What's going on, good people? Welcome back to another episode of B Wayne Presents, sponsored by Permarketize. Don't just advertise, Permarketize. As always, I'm your host, B Wayne, and I'm here today with Miss Tilisha. What's going on, Tilisha?
Nothing. How are you doing today?
Doing very well, doing
Good,
very
good.
well. Thank you. I really appreciate you coming on with me. This pod is going to be a little bit different. We're living in some very interesting times. Money is always a good thing to have. You can't depend on a job. And a lot of people, are looking for side hustles and other opportunities, legitimate opportunities, legal opportunities to make a couple extra dollars. So that's why I wanted to bring you on today. Tell us who you are and what you do, please, now.
Well, my name is Tilisha Mayhue, and I am the sales director of the Divine Diva unit with Mary Kay Cosmetics. And Diva stand
Mary Kay.
Mary Kay. Yes, and Diva stands for Divine, Intelligent, Vivacious, and Anointed. So
I love it.
it's not just your ordinary diva.
I love it. I love it. So is that a requirement for anyone that's looking for an opportunity to work with you?
Well, once they come into my presence, they understand what standards um that are just being a woman of, well, no, not just necessarily a woman, a person of your word.
Right.
That's more than anything. And when you come into my circle, and I can say that because I work with who I want to work with. I don't work with uh, whoever I don't want to work with, because that's the one good thing about Mary Kay. Well, it's about being in direct sales. Um, I do what I want, how I want it. And if I can go punch a clock for someone for 8 hours in a secular world, then I can work just as hard for myself.
And divas are not born, they're made, right? So we
You
can
would
get
be
some
correct.
divas made under your tutelage, I think, under your
Yes. I mean,
direction.
I will say this. I do everything, and I really try to stay in the will of God, because with Mary Kay, and I know I keep going back to what I do, but with Mary Kay, it's God first, family second, and then the business. And when you operate, because that's word. I mean, you with the spirituality that I have, that's word. When you put the kingdom of God first, everything else is going to happen. It's going to happen. So I'm not worried about it. So, and
Seek ye
I love
first the
what I do.
kingdom and all of his
Yes,
righteousness,
you
and he'll make sure that you get everything else that you want and need. So
say that.
let's talk about the business aspect. So, Mary Kay,
Yes.
how long have you been around? How long have you been doing? How long have you been a part of it? And what is it like the day in the life of a Mary Kay representative, not at your level, but if someone who is interested in getting involved, what kind of day and week could they expect?
I've been with Mary Kay for 7 years. And I've been working the business consistently for three. So when I first came in, it was a side hustle. I wanted to get my product for 50% off. So being at that level, I was an independent beauty consultant at that time. You come in for $100. Now it's called a $20 holla. Uh, I get my own. Mary Kay gives you a website that they keep up. So that's nothing that you have to do. And they also give you a credit card app. So I take all streams, all forms of payment, except for checks, of course. But whenever you come in, there's a plethora of education. You are embraced and you are loved. You just really have to want your own. When I say hustle, I do mean hustle, because if I can get up every morning at 5 a.m., say my prayers, shower, and go to a secular place. Not necessarily punching a clock, but I'm there and managed. Why can I not do that for myself? And so instead of just having that one stream of income, it multiplied. There's two. And even with just coming in, just being an independent consultant, you get 50% off of your product and you make your own rules, so to speak. Now, yes, there is a legal part of Mary Kay, but you learn that as you go, and the corporate office is not untouchable. They talk to you on a daily if that's what you want. I've learned so much from corporate office and from the nationals. And when I say the nationals, I mean women and men that are making 1 million plus a year. So it's
Wow.
possible. It's all in what you want to do.
So what type of products do you all sell at Mary Kay
Mary,
Distribute?
M- Mary Kay is, like I said, direct sales, and we are the number one cosmetic company in the US. And it wasn't anything that Mary Kay has said. When you look at when you look at any national magazine, yes, we have different competitors, but when you are embraced by a consultant, you're not going to a counter and getting something. You're getting that personal touch. Like I said, we have cosmetics. However, I concentrate mainly on skincare because you have to have a clear canvas before you apply any makeup. And people want to use makeup to cover up. But why cover up the beauty that's already there when you can enhance it?
And as a man, I can definitely agree with you when it comes to makeup. Like, man, we don't mind makeup. We don't mind seeing ladies in makeup. We understand the need, the desire for makeup. But
Okay, what do you
and
mean the need?
and some women need makeup, or at least some women feel like they need makeup,
Okay, okay.
right? And some
Yeah.
women don't necessarily need it more. Some women need it more than others, and some women, it's meant to enhance, so that's how just how they came up. But to us, to men, we prefer natural. Like we, and I think it probably goes back to a time when we had our first love, right?
Mhm.
Every man, the first time we fell in love, puppy love with a young lady, maybe I don't know, 11, 12, 13, whatever
Mm.
have you. There
Right,
wasn't a bunch of makeup going on. She was natural. So in our
right.
minds, it'll always go back to that, and we prefer that. But if you're gonna wear makeup, then we always felt like it was meant to enhance the
Okay.
appearance or accentuate and diminish slightly certain features, not as a cover-all or a cover-up or as a mask. And so, that's in today's day and age. We feel like I think a lot of men that some of the ladies out here maybe have gone a tad too far, but maybe it's our fault. Maybe we're to blame for that, right? Because we elevated these ridiculous standards or made women feel like they have to meet this ridiculous criteria. And now every woman is going to run around 20 years from now looking like Jessica Rabbit. And that's not something that any of us want.
Right,
Cosmetics. When
right.
you say cosmetics, what are we talking about? Does cosmetics just simply mean makeup?
No, talking about skincare. We have several formulas that is for any skin, from the teenager that is just beginning to just needing a regular skincare regimen, just learning how to treat their skin, the toners, the scrubs, and then the day cream. When males or female, whenever they start noticing differences with their skin, a lot of parents, they'll call me, okay, and they Mayhue, my child got this, that, and the third. And so we have a botanical, we have everything. We have stuff that you could actually train a young person, just get them in the routine. So when they turn 16 and they really start growing and expressing themselves in a different way, they already have a smooth canvas, whether it be male or female. And like our men products, men have beards. You need to take care of that. And that's just the thing. Whenever I come in, I show you how. And a lot of men will, they'll I know how to do my face, but I get it and I understand. However, I need you to follow the directions because you're going to get a better result. than just looking and just putting stuff on your face. There's a way to do it. And sometimes a lot of people will say, I don't have time. If you wash your face, you have time. It doesn't
So
take
you
all
have
day.
so you have products for the skin, men, you have
Yes.
products for men as well, you have products for
Yes.
beards. So hair care,
No hair
lotions,
care. No hair
no
care.
hair care
We
products.
do not, we
Okay.
do not do.
So
It's
what
strictly
but
skincare.
beards
Yes.
for okay, so
Yes,
okay.
definitely.
So beards but not hair. Okay. So facials and whatnot. What about like I want to smell good? You got stuff to help me smell good? You
Yes,
got
we
like
do.
lotions and creams and
We have it. When I tell you we have it all, we have a line of perfumes for women and colognes for men. I truly I love them all whenever I do different vendor events. I love for people to be able to sample. And so I try to make sure I have my little coffee beans around because people are quick to say, well, I don't want to spray or either I don't want to put too many different colognes on. So I make sure that I have the necessary items for them not to, number one, get it on their fingers. I spray it and they smell it. But sometimes, if you just put it on your pulse points, you really get the feel and you smell how it blends in with um your natural skin because everybody does not one fragrance may smell one way on you and a cologne may smell differently on somebody, totally different. It's just their body chemistry.
let's talk about what we really want to talk about, what everybody would really want to hear. But let's talk about money.
Okay.
How can I really make money? Is this legit or is it like a pyramid scheme? Could I really make money doing Mary Kay?
Yes, but again, you got to work. You It's something that you got to want to do it. And when I tell you, just to give you my personal testimony, my son, he told me I had saved for his college from when he was a baby. Well, he, 2 weeks after he graduated, he said, "Ma, I don't want to go to college." I said, "Okay." I went to Jamaica. Well, when I come back, he decides that he wants to go to college. I'm like, okay. I just spent a whole lot of your money. But anyway, he went to the college of his choice. And sometimes and I will, he went to an HBCU.
Shout out to the HBCUs.
Yes, definitely. However, um, I felt kind of looked down on because he got scholarships and he got grants. However, we was $2,500 off. And the lady, she was like, "Well, you can make payments." And I told her, I said, "Let me get back with you." Well, I went home and I was very upset because I don't. Number one, I guess it's like maybe it's a self-esteem thing for me. You don't have to look down on me. You don't have to assume that I don't have. Well, anyway, I didn't have it, needless to say. But I talked to my director. I was like, "Look, girl, I got a problem." And I told her what was going on. And I'm like, I'm $2,500 short and I have it, but it's needed in other areas. She said, "Tilisha, use what you got." And I was like, "Okay, I need you to further explain." She said, "You're getting your products for 50% off. That's good. And you can do it for personal care." She said, "But if I give you a plan and you work it in 2 weeks, you're going to have that money." She gave me a plan and it was so simple. It was just, "Girl, sell some lipsticks." And that's what I did. She gave me a little script and I sent it out to my friends and because I'm a communicator, followed up with some phone calls. It was a weekend. I had my $2,500. And when I went back to that school before schedule for him to be validated, she said, "Well, ma'am, what kind of payments are you I'm the same woman. I was like, okay, Lord help me. Same one. She said, "What kind of payment arrangement are you looking?" I said, I gave her my state employees credit union bank card. And she said, "Okay." I said, "You can take the whole amount." That's the type of company that I work with. I was making a lipstick is $20. I made 10. When I tell you I hustled that weekend, I called everybody I knew. And you know what? Men need lipstick for their wives, their girlfriends, their significant others. Girl, how many? Look, you buy three, I'm gonna give you one for free. It's your business. You can work it any way you want to. However, when you want a profit and you want that feel good, because when I tell you I felt good walking into that school to where they did look down on me, they had a persona, they had a preconceived notion that I wasn't going to be able to afford it or I was going to have to make payments. Well, marketing Mary Kay, it's more than just a beauty company, it's family. I worked with my director. I worked with corporate office. I'm like, look, I need to know how this works. They sat down with me. They said, yeah, you're going to have to, your money is really going to come in when you have a team. And I didn't understand that concept. They're like, I can sell water to the ocean. But my people skills, it just wasn't everything that I needed it to be, or in order to make things happen. But when I saw what my director was making on a commission, and it wasn't on her teammates, which I was a teammate, uh, and it wasn't on anybody on her team. Mary Kay, whenever you help someone to grow, Mary Kay's like, I don't want to take any of their money, but this is what we're going to give you. I make my house payment with my Mary Kay business. And that's when I say my house payment, my house. Uh, and I love it. What I get from my secular job, yeah, it's nice, but it's good whenever I can make multiple house payments over and over again. And instead of having a house payment for 30 years, it's 15, and now I'm trying to cut it down to 7.
You talked about your secular job, so everybody we have our 9 to 5s. Is Mary Kay something that I could work like around my job? Like, how would I find the time?
Well, it just fits. When I first started being serious about it, I get off work at 5 and I would dedicate a couple of hours because I'm a full-time caretaker. I take care of both of my parents. I would dedicate 2 hours to just calling people, talking to people, trying to set up different events. And that's literally what I did. I stayed consistent. You have to be consistent. Uh, and when you take those 2 hours, you don't just necessarily have to do it all in one setting. I would have 15 minutes here. Okay, we all have break time at work. I have an hour lunch. I'm calling people, or I'm doing a facial, or I'm letting somebody look at some of the products. That's what I do on my lunch. You make it fit where you want it to fit. Busy people, to me, make it happen. I have a lot of people telling me, well, I don't have time. Let's sit down and let's look at your day and let's really let's maximize, look at what you do and let's really maximize your time. And you'll find that you have more time than what you think. We waste a lot of our time on social media just scrolling, and you're scrolling your life away when you could actually be making money.
Mm. Now, people, like we said at the beginning, times are kind of tough right now. People are kind of holding their breath and clenching their wallets and their purses. Are the products affordable? Like, can people actually afford to buy Mary Kay products?
Yes, Mary Kay is very affordable. I know when I first started, I was like, them prices are a little steep. However, once you try it, you find out that the product is not watered down, it's concentrated. So you don't have to use a whole lot. A little bit goes a long way. Um, like, excuse me, this will last anywhere from 90 days, anywhere from 90 to 120 days. And that's a complete skincare regimen. And it's like 115. However, when you break that thing down, it's like almost $1.50 a day. You spend that at Starbucks, more than that at Starbucks. And so if you can drink that coffee, why can't you take care of your skin? Love on you. That's one of the things that I really love about the company. They teach you to love on you and not just love on you. They teach you to actually love others, to really embrace people where they are, and to help them get to where they want to go. Because when you help someone to get where they want to go, you're gonna succeed. And again, that's word.
And you do get what you pay for. Sometimes you do
You
have to
do.
spend a couple more pennies and get a
But it's
better,
very affordable.
higher quality product. I would rather have a higher quality product than spend less money and have to continuously replace something. You end up
Exactly.
saving money in the long run if you have a product that lasts longer or works better. I would rather have quality and know where my money went if I'm gonna, especially when it comes to something that is taking care of me and making me look and feel better
Exactly.
about myself. So Mary Kay, I see, was launched in 1963. And a lot
Yes.
of what goes on around Mary Kay is geared to like empowerment of women, which is cool, which is great. But as a man, I guess I wouldn't be eligible to sell Mary Kay products, right?
That's where you're wrong. That's the reason why I was telling you earlier when we first started talking. Uh, I don't I don't just I don't focus in on just women, people, period. And what I have found out is that men have self-esteem issues just like women do. And direct selling is just that. It's direct selling. We had a Zoom session, all directors in our area. I think it was Monday, no, Tuesday. And it was a guy. He's what you call a national sales director. He started his Mary Kay business, I believe, like 7 years ago. Actually, the same time I did, but he wasn't playing with it. And now he's a national, and most nationals making anywhere, they're making 6 to 7 figures. Because we have a young lady, her name is Gloria Mayfield Banks. Mary Kay retired her at 14 million. It's all in what you want to do. It's all in perspective and how you want to do it. It doesn't matter if you're male or female.
Now, I am in near Charlotte.
Okay,
You're out closer to Rockingham.
correct.
I may have somebody from Texas, New York, Florida, Cali, wherever, who
Mhm.
might be interested. So I imagine that this is something where you have to be local to you in order to sell the
No,
product.
no, no. Mary Kay is worldwide, and the opportunity is there. I actually just celebrated with a young lady last night. She joined my team, and she told me what she wanted to do. She was like, "Tilisha, I want to be a director like you." I said, "All right, let's go. This is what you're going to have to do." I gave her the plan. I told her what the expectation was. She said, "Well, let's do this." She's like, "Well, so because a lot of people in the beginning we did parties in person, like what we're doing now. I send the products out to people. I love doing samples because I want you to get a feel of it. So therefore, there's no territories that are that I can't work in. I can call you, we do a Zoom, and you tell me about your concerns, whether it be skincare or financial, and we move from there. It doesn't matter where you are.
So I could sell, I could be anywhere and I could sell and I could work under you, learn the business,
Not
become
under me,
not necessarily under you. So how does that
no,
work then?
with me. Um, I
Okay, okay,
Yeah, we're working together
okay.
because as a leader, if I can't be duplicatable, then I'm not really a leader because I want my people, everybody that I work with, I want them to have more than what I have. I really do. And if I choose to fall back and I don't want to work as hard as what I've been working, my teammates can pounce right over me. There are no glass ceilings. There's not where, okay, well, you're my director. Okay, once you become a director, you have your own team, baby, and you can do exactly whatever you want to do. Of course, within
Repeat.
certain guidelines. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Repeat that last part, the last part that you were saying because we got a little bit of a lag. So I want to make sure I don't miss anything.
Okay, when you become a director, when someone chooses to give themselves a raise, they will have their own team. They will have their own group of people that they can then train, and they can do exactly what they want to do, because in directorship, the world is your oyster.
But they'll be able to learn from you how to go about the
Yes,
best way to make money and become
yes,
successful selling
yes,
Mary Kay products.
yes. And it's not like, again, it's not, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. You will not just have me. You will, I'm just, I'm a point person. You'll have my senior director, and there are other people that you're going to meet that have different ideas, different ways that they're doing Mary Kay legally. And you just work together. And then you have, like I said, corporate office. They, when I tell you they love on you, they want to see you do your best. They want to see you move. They recognize you for everything. But it's just one. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic a little bit. There's one thing that made me say that I would never stop selling Mary Kay. I'd never stop being in the business. Um, this is my first year as a director, and I'm supposed to go to San Antonio, Texas, for leadership. Well, my mom got sick 2 days before we were supposed to leave. I had already paid for my plane ticket. I paid for my room and board, and even registration. I paid for everything. All I needed to do was fly out. Well, I'm not going to leave my mom. Mary Kay reimbursed me all of my money, and I even thank God for Southwest Airlines. They reimbursed me my money as well. Uh,
Wow.
and that's been a couple of months. However, Mary Kay corporate, they're not calling me asking me about my numbers. They're calling me to find out how my mom is doing. Do you get that from your 8 to 5, 7 to 3, 3 to
They don't care.
11?
You know they don't care.
Exactly, exactly. So I have a pink bubble that genuinely cares about me as a person. And they not only care about me, they care about my family. Because if I'm lacking in an area, they want to know. Okay, so what can we do to help you? Come on now. This is a
So
family owned company.
it sounds nice, but it's probably gonna be like what, $1,000, $500 buy-in, 750 buy-in to get me started, right?
$20 from now
Come
to,
on.
no,
Come
for real.
on.
Yes, definitely. From now till the end of April, we have what you call a $20 holler. You That's the admission fee. That's the buy-in. And again, Mary Kay will give you a website. They help you set it up, and then they run it. There is nothing left for you to do. They run any specials that Mary Kay have, the upcoming products, the different products that they have, all of that. They handle that. I mean, come on, what more could you ask for? And then they're gonna give you a credit card app. This is how
So
you
since
make your money.
they set everything up for you, they do all the work behind the scenes. You just have to
Yes.
hustle the product.
Um, I'm not gonna necessarily say hustle the product. I say embrace the product, use the
Pardon me.
product.
Pardon
Ex-
me. You
uh,
embrace and utilize, use the product.
yes,
Become
yes.
one with the product.
Yes, become one. And you know what? You become one with the company. When
Absolutely.
when I tell you, I never thought that I would care for a company the way I do with Mary Kay. And in turn, they care about me. So I couldn't ask for more. I actually talked to a young lady in corporate today. I was like, "Well, look, this is what I want to do. What is your ideology? What would you suggest? How do you think I should go about this?" And we sat down and we strategized. Oh, and I was on my secular job.
Well, they're paying you for something, aren't they? So look, I got one more question. And
Okay.
I appreciate your time.
No, I
Um,
don't have
thank you so very much. It's been a pleasure. Guys, Tilisha, what's your last name, Tilisha?
Mayhue.
So you can get in touch with Tilisha Mayhue. I'm gonna have her contact information in the description. You'll have the website, any pertinent information to get in contact. If you want to get set up and get started from now until
April 30th.
you got a $20 sign-in special to
Yes.
get you on board and get you started. You're gonna have this wonderful, uh, experienced, beautiful diva who is going to get you set up and teach you the game, teach you the business, help you get off on the right track. I just got one more
Yes.
question. Now we talked earlier before we started recording, and I told you that I wasn't gonna throw any curves at you, no curveballs, right? That's what I told
Mm,
you, right?
yes.
I might
And
have
I
told
believe
you a
you.
story. You did? Oh, you believe me? So I'm about to throw you
I
one. But I mean,
believe
hey,
in
look,
you and me.
look.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You've been with Mary Kay for a while. How long you been with Mary Kay?
I've been with Mary Kay for 7 years.
Okay, so that's long enough. And seven is a divine number. What does seven mean? What does seven
The
mean,
number
y'all?
of
What's
completion.
the number of completion? So not that
Yes.
she's done, but she is getting to a place of completion because she's doing her thing, making her money, and now she's wanting to get you on board. Now is the time, regardless of how you feel about what's going on out there in the world. I don't know that there's ever a bad time to try to make some extra money. And this is the way to do it. And it's legit. And it's a proven commodity. It's a proven company. They've been around since 1963. Their record speaks for themselves. They're making their money. You can go online and you can look at and see what kind of figures they're moving. So, and Talisha is an example of what you can do if you put your mind to it and you're willing to put in the dedication and determination and the knowledge and really put in with the time and energy required, which you can work around your current 9 to 5. I'm gonna throw a little curve at you, but you should be able
Okay.
to answer this question with no problem. And if you can't, then that tells me everything I need to know. And
Okay.
I'm just gonna have to go to the competitor. So you're Mary Kay. Avon is out there as well.
Uh-huh.
Why Mary Kay over Avon?
Well, I can only speak for what I know.
Speak for what you know, then, Talisha.
I'm loved and I am embraced, and I'm always taught that nothing happens until somebody sells something. And so when I sell something, unlike other companies, I have a 100% money back guarantee. My stuff works.
That's what's up. That's what we want to hear. I love it. Well, wait a minute now, because
Okay.
I might still go because I think which one has the pink Cadillac?
Hey, Mary Kay, of course.
Is
You
that you
when
guys? Is that
yes.
y'all?
Yes, it is. But look, the thing is we don't just have the pink Cadillac.
What
We
you got?
have we have the Chevy Trax, we have the Equinox, and then we go into the Cadillac. And all of this, Mary Kay, they give you this car. They pay your taxes, your title, they pay your registration, they pay for it all. The only thing that you are held accountable for is your gas and 30% of your insurance. And you earn the car. So when you earn that car, they give it. Have you ever seen a car that Mary Kay has sitting out on the side of the road? No, you will not, because what they do every 2 years, they give you a new car. As long
I
as you're
can't beat
doing
that.
what you're supposed to do, they give you a new car.
Can't beat that with a bet.
No, you can't. And if you have your dream car, they'll give you the monthly payment.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am. If there are plenty of
Okay.
people that they don't want the car. I look at it as a trophy on wheels. And so I'm gonna have my product and I'm gonna have my car. I will have my car. That is what I'm working on currently. And so I'd much rather have that than have the money. I mean, you can, but the thing is Mary Kay gives you that choice. Take the car or you take the money.
I'm coming for the money and the car, and I would drive a pink Cadillac.
I
I am
hey,
manly enough to drive a pink Cadillac. Watch out. And I put
my
Mary Kay on the plate.
there you go. Because the thing is, I hear people talking all the time. You would drive a pink car? Yes, I certainly will. What
Hell yeah,
car
I drive a
is
pink
your
car.
company giving you to drive?
Right. If the company's paying for it, it could be whatever color they want it to be.
Exactly.
Talisha,
Any
Talisha
other
Mayhew.
curveballs?
Thank you
Yes.
so much. That's the only curveball I have for you at this moment in time. Thank you so much for your time. It's much appreciated. We're going to
Thank
have the
you.
information in the description box. If you're interested in being a Mary Kay consultant, feel free to get in contact with this young lady. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for your time. And one last thing, you have samples, you have sample
Yes.
kits. So for
Yes.
anybody interested, on behalf of Mary Kay, Tilisha Mayhue, and Promarketize, along with
Yes.
B-Wayne Presents, of course, we're going to get some sample kits out there to anyone who's interested, who will want to
Yes.
get started, is considering getting started. Get in contact. We'll get a sample kit out to you, okay? Tilisha,
Definitely.
last words are yours. Anything that you want to say, anything that you want to share, anything you want to give to the people.
Yes. What I wanted to do, because this is my first time, I'm a virgin at this, but I will say this. I wanted to give your people, I wanted to give a young lady and a young man one of my products. So I definitely want to, I love to give because the
That's
word
beautiful.
says you give and it shall be given back unto you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So
That's
it's coming
beautiful.
back.
Gmail me,
Okay.
bwaynepresents@gmail.com. And Talisha is going to give the first gentleman and the first lady who reaches out and says, Mary Kay, please, we're going to get you a free sample of a product that she has to give. Thank you so very much. I wasn't even expecting that. So you can't go wrong. You get a free product. You can get a sample kit. You can get started for like $20 between now and
April 30th.
you can get a pink Cadillac. You can make some extra
Yes.
money to put your kid through college. You can take a trip to
Yes.
Jamaica. You can get some money in your spare time. You can take care of your parents, take care of your kid, and take care of yourself. You need some
Yes.
extra money in this economy. Whatever we have going on, it's never a bad time to have a little extra money in your pocket. It's legal, it's legit. The track record is proven. The results speak for themselves. Good quality products, high end products at low end prices, moderately priced products, but they're quality products, and you can make a grip.
Quality.
And everybody needs some a little extra money, like you said. Talisha Mayhew, thank you so very much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Same here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. God bless you.